I would say that they have some sort of emotional register as well. Yeah. Even the bird I had. It's a very sensitive topic, and it's a topic it's very easily to become hypocritical.
The first question, what do you think about animals?
Like all animals in general.
Yeah, animals in general.
Yeah, I like nature in general, and animals are a part of that. So, yeah.
Yeah, so you like animals.
Yeah.
Any particular reason why you would say you like animals?
It's very generic, or is that the right word to say?
It's a very a bit generic, but in general you like animals, like
Yeah.
Did you grow up with any pets or?
Yes, I have had a bird and dogs, and my grandparents were raising sheep on the farm.
Okay, so you've been around animals and you've probably seen that they have personalities, and it's kind of like there's people inside, like they have personality. So there's kind of like they're a person. They're not something. Yeah.
Yes, I would say that they have some sort of emotional register as well. Yeah, even the bird I had. If we were gone for a long period, he was very angry when we got home.
Yeah, so was he in the game, Angry Birds? Yeah. Okay, so nice. Yeah, okay, great. So what do you think about animal abuse?
Of course, as most regular people, I'm against it.
Yeah.
And then I also know that I think you maybe are going into the path of the meat industry, and
Maybe.
it's a very sensitive topic, and it's a topic it's very easily to become hypocritical when you discuss it.
Yes, been there, done that.
Yeah.
You know.
So and I'm fully aware of that.
Yeah. So yeah, my next question would then be, you said you're against animal abuse. What about the animals we exploit, we enslave, and we send to the slaughterhouse for products that we don't really need? It's unjust and unnecessary.
Yeah. No. I think it's a very difficult topic, and we discuss it a lot at home, and we are becoming, or we are aware of it, and we try to have a lifestyle that takes that into consideration. Although we are not vegetarians, we try to reduce meat in our diet, and we also try to use products that we know, we know how the animals have been treated, instead of buying from maybe big corporations that have lower animal welfare. So, yeah, and it's like with fish. I don't buy what's it called in English?
Like
farmed fish.
Yeah.
We fish our own fish during the summer, and we freeze it and eat it during fall and winter, because then we know that the animals had a nice, it's very stupid to say a nice life, but we know that they have lived free, and we know how they lose their life, because we are the ones taking it, and then
Yeah, so it seems like in your family and with yourself, you're at least more aware of animals' emotions and feelings, and what they might go through, and at least you have like this awareness towards it.
Yes, I will say that like my grandparents, who had a small farm with sheep, they of course they were another generation. They produced a lot of the food they ate themselves. They had very little money, so they were kind of they didn't earn anything on the farm. They used the meat for themselves, and the vegetables they grew, it's like my grandfather, during the fall when they would slaughter the sheep, he would be very angry and sad for maybe a couple, 3 months, and he couldn't eat any meat. So it's a very it's like even people, but that was a very small farm, so and they had very good animal welfare. They kept the barn very clean, and it's one of the best barns I've seen in my life. And the sheep were up in the mountain during the summer. So even they had difficulties with that lifestyle. So it's it's a topic that's very, I think, it's very difficult.
Yeah, it can be difficult and emotional.
Yeah.
So, have you ever heard about, I guess you have, veganism?
Yeah.
Do you know what veganism is? Because the reason I ask is because many people get it wrong. I also did. And it's been very diluted over the years, like, oh, it's about health, it's about environment, but no, it's about the ethics. So I just want to know your perception of what it means before I tell
I
you.
would say, as you say, people have different conceptions about what it is and what it means to them. Some maybe have the environment in their thoughts, some have animal welfare, some, of course, health. So I think it's very up to the person that either is a vegan or is not. Like, it depends on the person and what their thoughts about and experiences with veganism is.
Do you know the official definition is?
No, I don't think I know.
Okay, so veganism it's an ethical stance. It's a principle. It's the doctrine that man should live without exploiting or using animals, not seeing them as resources or objects for means to our end. Does that ethical stance or principle speak to you? Does it sound good or bad, or what do you think?
Of course it speaks to me in an ethical manner. It would be very weird to say it does not. But I think it's I don't know if it's for everyone, and I don't think it ever will be for everyone, but at least for myself, I just try to be more aware of the choices I make, and of course consume less meat. We are maybe like, and we also pluck berries, and we harvest a lot from nature, and that's my family's culture for many generations. So, yeah.
So you're more into it. You're more close to it than maybe most people who just goes to the store. They just buy like a plastic package with the body part of someone, right? And the victim of their choice is very far away from them, right? They don't think about it. Detached, exactly.
I think a lot of people are against animal abuse, but are detached from the reality of how the products are made and how the animals are treated. And you kind of just drown in your everyday life. There's a million choices to be made in your life on a daily basis, and you have so many things to consider with work. And I'm not saying, of course, those can be seen as excuses, and they sort of are, but it's also reality for a lot of people, that you don't have. Some people don't have maybe the economy or time or energy. So I think we should just meet people with an open mind and be cordial and curious to hear other people's opinions and thoughts. And not everything is so black and white all the time. There's a lot of gray areas, and if we just have open conversations and listen to each other, I think we will. I think more people will be open to change, or at least to some degree.
Yeah, I also think that by having open discussions, conversations about things, being honest, telling the truth, getting more informed, basically, then we can make more informed decisions, and hence also the more right decisions. Yeah. And there are things that we don't often think about. We have habits, we just continue doing what we usually do, right? And it's comfortable, it's easy. And especially when you are not the victim, it's very easy to not see it from the victim's perspective. There's a quote, let's see if I can remember it, something about humans are blind to oppression unless they're the victim.
Yeah, but it's the same with war.
Yeah.
Everywhere in the world. As long as you're not the one suffering, it's easy to close your eyes and look the other way.
Yeah, especially. I think the difference here with war is that, for example, you are not going to war killing someone, I'm not going to war killing someone. Most people in Norway are not going to war and killing someone, they're not supporting it, but they are, by their everyday choices, they are supporting the exploitation and use and abuse and killing of innocent animals when it's actually unnecessary. But many people are just, they haven't thought about it, they're not aware of it, just like how I was. So yeah, and I think it seemed like you kind of agreed that there's a contradiction that, you know, most people are against animal abuse, but they participate in it, at least.
And I'm fully aware of it. So,
yeah. What would you, because it seems like you are, you know, you're intellectual and you understand quite well the ethical principle. So let me just ask you this. What would stop you from going vegan and aligning your actions with the values you actually seem to have?
That's a good question. I think for us, tradition is of course important, and habits are hard to change. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I think like first step, as we do, reduce, be more conscious, reduce the amount you consume, get informed. And maybe one day I don't know what
exactly.
the future holds.
And,
so,
you know,
but,
a lot of people, including myself, said, I'm never going to go vegan, I'm never going to do this and that, and then, you know, suddenly, you know, you have a change of information basis and different perspective, right?
Yeah.
Do you think habit or tradition is a good enough justification to use someone else's body, and like does that have more value than someone's entire life or existence? Ethically speaking.
Like it depends. I think some traditions are very important to keep, of course.
But do you think traditions that has victims, you know, it's not just a personal choice when you have a victim?
It depends on how the animals are treated and how they live. That's important for me.
Yeah.
But I really have to go now.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
my family is leaving.
Okay. Thank you very much for engaging in conversation. Do you have time to maybe, if I can get just your email, and I can just send you like a document with some resources, and you can choose whatever you want to do with it. But like you said, getting informed is important, and then you have it, and then you can choose what to do with it.
Yeah, but I know where to get my information. So I have to leave.
Okay.
But,
Okay.
thank you for the conversation.
Okay. Just remember, you know, your actions have consequences for innocent victims. Hey, thank you so much for watching the video. Remember to like the video if you liked it and leave a comment. Consider subscribing and sharing with your friends. Here are some other videos you might like. Until next time, peace.